guys, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe to see more videos. I do a lot of fashion, lifestyle, and health and wellness themed videos. As you can see from the title, the purpose of today's video is to discuss safety when doing photo shoots, especially when setting up shoots through Instagram or just online when you don't know the person. I want to really use information that I have from my own personal experience from modeling for so many years and spread that to other young women who are modeling, who maybe are younger or more inexperienced, that stuff that I wish that someone told me. And I feel that there aren't enough videos like this going around the internet, so I wanted to be another person to be able to put this out there. Because quite frankly, there are men out there who are using a camera, whether they are very notable professional photographers or just guys with cameras who are using the camera as a medium to pick up girls, take advantage of girls, or make them do things they're not comfortable with. So this is a video to help boost the strength in you as a woman to be able to say no when you don't feel right about a situation. Okay, so I think really important things to keep in mind is being of age. If you're underage in modeling, you should always have somebody who is older, a guardian, etc. with you along on the shoot. You should have them know whatever you're doing. If you are of age, you're over 18 and you're doing modeling and you're going alone, maybe think of bringing a friend. This is one thing that when I did a poll on Instagram just to get other people's opinions, experienced models' opinions about what they think is a good safety tip or a red flag to look out for on shoots is always bring someone, or if the photographer tells you that you're not allowed to bring anyone, that's a red flag. And that's something that I've been told since I was a teenager modeling, underage, that I can't bring anyone with me to the shoot. And it's actually something that I was conditioned to believe for a while because so many male photographers told me, no, you can't bring anyone. No, you can't bring your boyfriend. They get too weird. And that's a red flag. Thankfully, I never went and shot with, I'm pretty sure, anyone that ever said that to me. And I don't think that you should either because I don't think it's safe unless you know the person, you feel comfortable with the person, etc. So yes, one of the biggest red flags would be if a photographer tells you that you can't bring anyone to the shoot. And that's so important to do if you don't know the person or you feel a little nervous about it, even if they are cool, you think it's cool. Bring a friend, bring a witness, bring someone who you feel comfortable with yourself, not the photographer's friend. That doesn't really count. Someone that you feel safe with. Another thing to keep in mind is to know your photographer. So a lot of photo shoots are going on through Instagram. So a lot of times if you're a model, you'll get a DM from a photographer, hey, let's shoot. You know, I'd love to shoot with you. Whether you're gonna send your rate card and discuss it from there, or if you're new and you're building up your portfolio and you're doing it just based on like a collab and you're just doing like time for trade for photos back and forth to use on your feed or to develop your modeling portfolio, you should just take a look at their profile, take a look at, first of all, if it's private, don't shoot with them unless you know them already. Like I've said, I don't even need to say that anymore. Unless you know them already. If they're private and they're keeping shiz on lock, it's probably not a good sign. They're public, you can see who they worked with, you can see their style. Make sure it lines up with the style that you want to portray because these photos will be posted on the internet. And a lot of photographers don't really ask your permission before posting certain pictures, which is a whole nother thing. But yeah, make sure you see their style. Okay, cool, I want to shoot with them. I like their photos. Go DM a couple other models, preferably female models, that they've worked with before and ask, hey, is this photographer cool? Did you feel comfortable on set? Was there any point on set where you didn't feel comfortable? They did something weird that, you know, they didn't really respect you. Just gain that information. It's kind of a girl code where I think most other models will have no problem answering. At least myself, I've gotten plenty of messages from other girls like, hey, is this person cool to shoot with? Like, I don't know them, and then I'll tell them everything I know, you know, just help each other out in that way. Also keep in mind, is their skill improving over time? Have they been around for decades already as a photographer? Maybe they're an older photographer and they're shooting young girls and their editing specifically is just not improving at all. They might just be there to take pictures of the girls and spend time with the girls. Like, try to be smart about it. Is this person taking this job seriously as a career. That's what you want to go for if you're taking it seriously as a career as well, or even if you're doing it just for fun as a safety precaution, is just go with someone who is serious about what they're doing. Note, there are stories about very famous, credible photographers still mishandling situations and mistreating women during photo shoots. So this is really nothing to ever let your guard down about. If you see a very notable photographer with a lot of skill, it can still happen. So always be safe in person too, and that's where we're gonna jump into next. If they haven't done the specific style of work that they wanna do with you before, if you're looking at their feed or their website and you don't see any boudoir, any lingerie photos, implied photos, anything like that on there, and they wanna do it with you and they're asking you, maybe be a little bit cautious. Don't feel bad if your style doesn't match up with that, and if you don't want to do it, just say that you're not interested. If you are interested and you are of age and you do feel safe with this photographer, obviously, maybe they just see something in your style and they want to work with you for that specific thing, but generally, I take this as a red flag. Communication is key with pretty much everything too. Don't be afraid to say no online before the shoot while discussing a plan of action, which is very important, or in person while it's happening. There are so many times that I've been on shoot with a photographer, a older male photographer, it usually is, but sometimes it's been a male photographer my age that kind of just switched off the plan of action. So we went to shoot a certain style and they'll be like, well, how about, doing this? And it's like, that's when I think a lot of them that have bad intentions or have intentions to kind of take advantage and get you to do what they want to do will get you, because it's in person, and a lot of times, I myself included, girls will find it hard to say no in person because they're scared or they feel bad. And I want you to know to not feel bad and to say no, because once you say no, that no needs to be respected, and one no is more than enough. And you don't have to feel uncomfortable at all. If you do, the second you feel uncomfortable and that they're pressuring you to change up your style and to like maybe wear an outfit you didn't want to wear, the second you feel that and you already said no and you told them to like, this is not what we want to do, then you need to find a way out. Tell them this was not previously discussed. This is not what you're comfortable with. You are only comfortable with doing this, this, and this. I don't want to be posed this way. I don't want to wear this. I don't want to be this exposed. You need to speak up. It's so important. And if you don't feel comfortable speaking up, then just leave. I think a lot of young female models are more timid, and it's easy just to get them to like do something, especially young girls who are like so stoked about getting Instagram pictures, maybe even from a photographer that's more notable. Like, hey, like it'll be so cool, it'll be such a sick shot if you did this. If there's a little feeling, like a little gut feeling inside you that's like, I don't know, like I don't really want to do that, but he's saying I should. No, don't do it. Be clear and set your boundaries before shooting. Like I said, communication is key. Make sure to have a nice long talk before. If you're on the phone, that's great. If you're just DMing, that's awesome. Make sure you have a nice long conversation and you're both on the same exact page and say, this is what we're doing. This is the outfits we're gonna wear. I've even laid out an outfit, this always helps with any type of shoot. Lay out the outfit, take a picture of it on the floor or on your bed or whatever, or on the hanger. This is what I'm gonna wear. Are the colors good? Whatever. Communication is so helpful in planning shoots creatively and for safety too. You have full control. You're the one that the photographer chose to be in their frame. This is about the model and the photographer having a comfortable and trustworthy relationship. And I've actually built quite a few relationships with male photographers that are my friends now, where I don't really need to even do too much planning because I've shot with them countless times and I feel comfortable with them. So this obviously doesn't apply to every single shoot you ever do. I'm specifically reminding you that if it's a new person, that you should really, really have a nice plan of action and boundaries set before shooting. I may be redundant with this, but the second that you feel uncomfortable on set while shooting, and this could even happen if a photographer is touching you to readjust you. This is not always something that should be done. I think it's kind of a weird topic where people have mixed feelings about it, but I personally, I'm not the biggest fan of being readjusted or touched or move your shoulders this way, whatever. You don't need to touch me, just tell me to do it. So the second that you feel uncomfortable, address it right away. And I want you to remember that it's not unprofessional of you as the model to address something that makes you uncomfortable. And it's actually unprofessional if that photographer hears you say that and they don't listen. So they're the one that's being unprofessional. Whatever you have to do in a situation where they're not respecting you, they're making you uncomfortable, get out. If you have to refund them for the shoot, do that, but it's so much better than going through something where you don't want to have the pictures posted in the end of it, or you're getting yourself into a really bad situation. If you're a model, no matter what gender you are, it is always important to stay safe on set, know your photographer, and have good communication and boundaries set. So I hope you found this video very helpful, entertaining. Share it and give it a thumbs up so it can kind of travel more around the internet and get around and help more people and raise more awareness for this topic. Because like I said earlier, I don't feel like there's enough videos on this going around. Should I make a part 2 of this video? Because I feel like I can go on, maybe my personal experiences. I think I have a video, which I'll leave at the end of this video so you can watch, about a modeling horror story where there was secret cameras. I mean, not secret cameras, but I was placed in a spot to change and there were cameras in this man's building, so he knew about it. If you want to hear about that story, just stay tuned. It'll be in the end screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any tips or any experiences, red flags to look out for on photo shoots, please share it with the rest of us in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.